Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we will talk about the Warriors Unbound KvK mode. It's a pioneer event, as you can see. There was a few kingdoms who did it already, but we are gonna play it also, as you can see. We are registered for this KvK. It takes around 50 days to complete this KvK. That's 1 day shorter than HA. We have specific rules that apply to this KvK and interesting map and other systems that we have. We'll talk about that later. We will just go through it in a steady piece. There is the intro. Well, you can read it yourself. At first you have artifacts. In the Warriors Unbound story you can unlock artifacts. That's a new type of legendary equipment. There is a slot for it. It doesn't need to be on another slot what you have already, one of these 8, but it's a new slot. When a commander equipped with an artifact is assigned as their troop's secondary commander, any skills that they have only apply to a single unit will instead apply to a different unit type. So I will show you that later as well. It's very interesting. You will have very weird combos in the field, like Pakal Nevsky, which is weird, but it's possible, and that's cool. Where artifacts can be used on marches, in the normal fighting, canyon and lost canyon. That's it basically, not an arc or whatever. You also have buildings restrictions, which are pretty nice. You can build forts randomly in wherever you want, but we'll talk about that later as well. And we have the Alliance entry permits, and that basically says that there is a limit of... Wait, no, there's no limit. There is... you can join all alliances from your starting zone. So if you're Camp Greenwood, you can join all alliances from the camp, also from other kingdoms. So that's a nice twist. You can be R4 in these alliances, you have the same rights. Yeah, I guess that's it. You can be R5, and migration will be cheaper as well at the end of the KvK. Yeah, coalition system looks the same, reward system looks the same, with the Star of Champions, of course. And further we have the fire camp. You have 6 camps here, as you can see. That's the map. I will tell more about that in detail as well. 2 more camps if we compare to HA, and let's go with the rules in it. This here caught my attention last time, because it says for that coin what you need, you only need 2 million kills. Well, and there is more of these screenshots. In HA you need like 30 mil, 20 mil and 10 mil for the coins, I think. And here is just 2 mil. Here you need 6 million for the star and for the coin mark thing. And that's weird. It's cheaper. It's easier to get. So I really like it. For free to play it will be a lot easier. And here we have the other as well. A bit cheaper. First up with the artifacts. An artifact is an accessory, and you can use it on one of the 2 slots what you have. You can use it with a ring or with a horn, but you can't use ring, horn and an artifact. And an artifact, what it basically does is that when you have, for example, Nevsky, and you put the infantry artifact on it, and you can only choose one for the season. If you choose the infantry artifact and you put it on Nevsky, you will have all the stats from Nevsky that says cavalry units gain this and that. That will be transferred into infantry units gain this and that. So that's a pretty interesting combination for this KvK. Considering that with the rallies and garrison you can now pair, for example, what shall we say, Pakal with Henry, for example. And then you can do it as an infantry march, which is kind of weird, but there are some very good combination with this, like Nevsky and, what was it? Tariq ibn Ziyad. So that's a cool thing to watch out for, but for us free to play, well, our commanders have already done the best pairings, so it's not kind of new for us and not very important. Then we have the passes and how the zone works. Well, we have 6 camps in this KvK, and in our case we have the top versus bottom. We are in the 93 and 1307 KvK, so it will be exciting. Top versus bottom, as I said. First up, the mid zones will open, like between earth and fire is a zone, that one will open. And there will be runes, and you can fight within it as well. That will take at the 9th day, then the zone will open that you can fight. But no fight for us because we are in the middle on top side, so as well as for Greenwood also doesn't have any fighting. Then the next zone opens, and then there's fighting for us, 20 days. On day 33 you have kind of the past 7 opening of Heroic Anthem. You just build forts and rally the shit out of everything, but then it boils down to Kingsland, and there you'll finally meet each other and go for the win. So that's how this map works. Further, we have a few extra rules, like bastions. They don't have skills in this game mode, so that's pretty interesting. So without these skills, maybe it's a bit more fair for free-to-play. I don't know, I'm curious. But yes, you still have bastions to level 10 as normal, but there is no fog as well. One extra rule, no fog, and there is no skills. But yes, I guess that was it for today. I hope to see you in the next one. The only thing special from this KvK is 6 camps, and of course that one artifact. Further, there is a few interesting rules, like the first rule is that alliance fortresses can only be built against the border of a pass or the border of a holy site. So you can't randomly pop a building in the middle of a zone, like always, but you need to do it against some sort of building. Further, you have the rule that you can enter all alliances from your camp, and you can play events, except for the events Ark of Osiris and I guess one other event as well, but you can just play Silk Road with them and get the rewards, or Shadow Legion, and those events you can still play them. You can only be R4, not R5, and if you want to migrate after the KvK, it will require less passports to migrate, so like 5 or 6, I don't know how much, I don't know that in detail, but here you see a bit of what we expect in this KvK, the alliances that there are currently, and this is from I think a few days ago, so it's not very accurate, like I think 10, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Anyways, let's go to the last sheet. And last but not least, I'd like just to talk a little bit about our own case, about our own KvK, what I expect that will happen. We allied with top side, so then this will happen. On the top side you see with 2 colors it's allies. Purple is our ally, wind, earth and fire. In the top zone nothing really happens, and the only fighting for us is in zone 6, but that's against Greenwood and water. So those camps are allied, and then we fight against them. Yeah. Well, we, Earth, are fighting with Team Green and Team Blue. 1039 and 1307 has only Zone 4 fight, which probably 1093 wins, I think. And in Zone 6 they don't have anything to do, only in Zone 8, Kingsland. And that's because they can enter only the other Zone 6 after the Kingsland opened, I think. So that's for today. I hope you learned a lot.